I am Michael, aka Rickshaw, and you are nerding out with Rickshaw. And you're also nerding out with.
What's up, guys? I'm Fuzz.
What's up, nerds? It's Rabbit.
And it's the producer, Toby.
The things today, right?
Yeah, the only thing we really didn't touch on was the guitarist of the ex-guitarist of the Used put out a statement about his time with the Used, which apparently, so I actually had to pull it up because I was very confused because there was no recent news about it. It was just an Instagram post. So I ended up looking up their Wikipedia and I was like, wait a minute. Quinn left the band in 2015, which you can see right here. This is his green little line right here. So he left it in 2015. So I didn't quite understand like where this like recent drama came from. And he wiped his Instagram page because it was one of those things where he typed it up on a Instagram, but our friend Ryan Rex posted on one of his Facebook groups. So he was able to save it before he deleted it. But he said, I've been silent for so long and I can't live like this anymore. For 15 years, I was abused and traumatized physically, mentally, and other ways at the hands of one person. We can all speculate. While I put on a brave face for the cameras, the reality behind the scenes was a living nightmare. This person had a position of control over me and my musical career and wielded their control by threatening to replace me if I ever spoke out. Yes, you know who I'm talking about. And to all those who turned a blind eye and still enable this horror, fuck you. I don't care anymore. The truth is coming out. All of it. Hashtag not just a little bit. Hashtag a book full of sharp objects. So I think he's writing a book is what that kind of felt like to me. And I think it's about Bert. You know, it's got to be. So I did see some of the articles from 2015 where he was going to sue the band because I guess he had a family member pass away or something. And he just wanted time off from touring. And they were like, fuck you, you're going to go on tour. Allegedly. But then he posted this 2 days ago. He wrote, "The amount of love and support I've received in the last 72 hours has been overwhelming and deeply moving. Thank you all so much. I've come to realize that staying silent for so long was the hardest part. I hope that time would heal my pain and that I could avoid saying anything about anyone. However, this approach only eroded my self-worth and led me into deep depression, confusion, and anxiety about what would happen if I spoke out. Now that I have broken my silence, I feel free to move on. I want everyone to be happy, to thrive, and to speak their truth without fear. It's time for me to do the same. Thank you for standing by me." So,
Well, does anyone have any clever used lyrics to
Well, it sounds like that Bert might have buried himself alive.
oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, this guy's, kind of saying goodbye to you, goodbye to you.
It's possible. It's possible that he's just writing a poetic tragedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. After something like this happens, he's probably just like, I guess it's okay to drink the day away.
It's possible, dude. It sounds like it sounds like the classic story of the bird and the worm,
I mean, is it worth it? Can we even hear it?
Dude, I hate that. It sounds like he's writing his book and he's getting a little taste of the ink. You know what I mean?
Well, there's a spotlight on him, Still going with that one. Standing with a spotlight on me.
Not enough to feed the hungry.
Damn, that was good. We're going to get copywritten for that.
Oh, dude, I could have kept going,
Don't do that. Copyright reasons.
No, I think it sucks. I feel
Good
like
job, well done.
I feel like this happens more often than it should. But like being in the world, the music world, and like knowing people that have toured with the Used and stuff, I've never heard anything like that be said about Bert. So hearing this is like, man, that kind of sucks. And if it's true, it's really going to suck because I've always thought Bert was a pretty stand-up guy, you know?
I mean, who else could it be about? Because he made it like, it's who you think it is. Well, you know what? I haven't kept up with the U's in many years, but I love those first 2 records so much. I don't know any of the other band's members' names. I've never known them. I just looked at their Wikipedia and I don't know the names.
The only 2 original are Bert and the bass player. Those guys have been
Why are
there.
there balloons?
I have no idea why there are balloons on here.
Happy birthday,
Dude, I have no idea why. So we were just
Toby. Hit the horn.
We were just going back and forth, and I guess my wife is eating dinner by herself, and she just said, "I'll be just fine," pretending that I'm not. Like she sent me all the lyrics
Nice.
like that we were just quoting back and forth. So it's pretty good. And then
Nice.
she goes, "You're welcome."
I want to start using this one after someone drops a joke that's not very funny. Can you hear these?
Yeah.
Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, if I could play that cricket sound right now, I would.
You can.
Nailed it.
But yeah,
But
I think it's got to be Bert.
I mean, well, I don't know. There's times where things come out like this though, and it's like I'm not discounting your pain, like, and how you feel about something, but we've all been in relationships with like friends where they could be gaslighting us, they could be bullies, they could be, you know what I mean, and like, and we could have been the bully, we could have been the gaslighter, you know what I mean, and it's like there's times where like one person's I have been suffering so much can be another person's like, oh, I just thought we were like young and talking shit to each other. You know what I mean? So it gets really confusing because it's so subjective. You like, you know, if it is Bert, it could possibly be one of those things where this dude was like, you know what? I've been affected by this and I've been traumatized by this, and he was the worst to me and I hate him and my whole life is affected. And he was like, oh man, I was just like, thought we were chill, you know?
Yeah.
I was just talking shit. So, but you never know. But it's crazy how it could be so one, you know, like it could be one way to one person and another way to another. Like I said, I'm not discounting anything, but if you really want us to, if we really were going to get into it, we need specifics. You know what I mean?
I think it's a
Yeah.
developing story. You know, I think
Yeah.
it's something that's kind of unfolding right now, and this is just the first part of it. Like I said, there was stuff that happened, you know, whatever 9 years ago where he did sue them, and you know there was. I didn't really get deep into it, so I'm sure like the hashtag said, a box or a book full of sharp objects. So I think he's writing a book, and it's going to be a tell-all kind of thing, and he's going to tell his side of the story, you know, of what happened and why he left or got kicked out, whatever it may have been at the time. I don't recall. So yeah, just the beginning of it.
What a beautiful day. This book full of sharp objects. What a beautiful day. Y'all, that was funny.
Crickets. Where are the crickets?
Come on, I set you up for a bad joke. I was really hoping you'd be on it.
There it is. A little late.
No, it's all good. You know?
All right. Well,
Toby, tell them about your podcast.
Hey, I do a podcast called the Secret Levels Podcast. It's a retro video game review show where we go over one game per episode. We go over the history, the story, the gameplay, some fun facts, and we let you know if it's still worth playing. We just released an episode on the Sega Genesis game Skitchin', and it's kind of like a Road Rash ripoff, but you're on rollerblades, and go see if we thought that was fun or not. The song titles are really funny. Like they're called like beef curtains and stuff like that. Like you can go through the
Oh,
tracks.
that's so great.
Yeah, they have a bunch of crazy names like that.
That's so great.
You can actually see me playing some of these games, like I played Skitchin', on Twitch at twitch.tv/TobyVonDoom. So yeah, go do the stuff.
Go do the things.
What about you guys?
What's up?
I heard you guys were in a band.
Yeah, Terminated,
Something like
baby.
that. Yeah.
Check it out. Yeah. We've been playing some shows this summer. We got one coming up in July 26th, I believe, at Haltom Theater in Fort Worth.
Oh, yeah, we do.
I
I
believe
forgot about
so.
that.
That's our next show.
Question
Maybe.
mark. Yeah, we got 2 singles on Spotify. Go give them a jam. Hopefully, we just booked our studio time. Hope that was done. And we'll hopefully be putting out an EP within the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, I hope. Or a year. Depends on who
Yeah.
records it.
Give it a year. Just to be safe.
I am Michael, aka Rickshaw, and you've been nerding out with Rickshaw. You should go add us up on all the things that we have. Also, I'm in a band called Never Rest. Go check it out. We have a couple of videos with singles on Spotify. Give those a jam.
Am I more than just this body? Am I more than just this mind? Am I more than information? Will never truly die. Never truly die.
And hey, goodbye to you, goodbye to you. You're taking up my time. Later, nerds.